Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Truth Report for this September 13th, 2017. One of the things that I look forward to each month is a magazine that comes out of Israel entitled Israel Today. It's also on the internet if you'd like to have access to it. And there is a portion in there entitled Stand in the Gap. Stand in the Gap. And it calls for intercessory prayer for Israel. We cut this out and attribute it to Israel Today, but it's an insert in our thank you letter to all of our donors each month. And this month in September, I just want to hit some of these prayer requests that they have, and they all begin with Avinu Shebashamayim. That means in Hebrew, our Father who art in heaven. Of course, that's taken from the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And then what is his name? His name is Yahweh. And we are to magnify and glorify, exalt the name of Yahweh. So that's how these prayer requests begin. Just read two or three of them here. Avinu Shebashamayim. Give Israel its spiritual leaders greater discernment when it comes to foreign religions and customs. Help them not to seek commonality with the nations, but to rely solely on you, O Yahweh. Open their hearts to the truth, that faith in Yeshua, Jesus. Faith in Yeshua is not foreign, but directly connected to why you chose this nation. Next request, Avinu Shebashamayim, our Father who art in heaven, continue to frustrate the enemy's schemes that seek to divide this land and thereby thwart your plans. O Yahweh, Avinu Shebashamayim, you chose Jerusalem as a place to plant your name as a banner to the nations. Do not allow usurpers and schemers to any longer hijack this holy city for their own selfish purposes. And then finally, Avinu Shebashamayim, bless, protect, and strengthen the Messianic body as new and unprecedented opportunities to witness to Israel present themselves. As a new generation of Messianic young adults find their footing, give them direction and purpose, help them to establish your kingdom in this land, and give the current Messianic leadership a solid and relevant vision to pass on to the next generation. Hear our prayer, Avinu Shebashamayim, our Father who art in heaven. And I would simply add to that what the prophet Zechariah says. God speaking through the prophet. Zechariah chapter 12, verse 10 says this, I will pour out on the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of grace and supplication, saving grace, enabling grace, sanctifying, sustaining grace, and supplication, intercessory, intense intercessory prayer to God. I will pour out on the house of David, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, spirit of grace and supplication. They, that is the Jews, they will look on me, Jesus, they will look on me whom they have pierced, and they will mourn for him as one mourns for an only child, and grieve bitterly for him as one grieves for a firstborn son. That's our prayer. Avinu Shebashamayim. Hear our prayer concerning Israel's recognition of their Messiah. For that indeed is the truth.